you mentioned intellectual property, and a lot of my viewers, I'm at 30. We're at the age right now where it's like,
Damn, you're 30?
yeah, so
Wow.
turn 30 in a March. And
Wow.
you know, there start people is saying, "Oh, what are you doing with your money? How you invest?" The main thing is buy a house.
Buy a house.
It's just like Jesus Christ, buy the house. No, and I think after studying, and people would have say, what would have been the best alternative? Should you put the money in the stock market? Should you actually buy a house? Should
Right.
you? And what would you say to like the average person right now working, right now thinking that, all right, I have this money. Should I go part this into this house right now,
Right.
or try to make
So
more with it?
having worked at a place that designed mortgages,
Yeah.
investment products, and savings products, first thing I would say is that you don't automatically run to a house. I do not. A lot of us in the investing world do not consider a primary residence an investment. Is a roof over your head.
Okay.
An investment is something that pays for itself. It earns money. So if I'm buying an investment property and it make money, that's what that is. So if it's me, I would actually go and buy a few houses and rent all of them out. And then I go and go rent my little apartment.
Yeah.
That's what, and then I would take all the money that I get in from those properties, take some of it and go invest in something else.
Yeah.
And invest in what you understand. So for example, if you understand music or performing arts, invest in companies that do that stuff. You buy some Netflix stock, you invest in Apple, but invest in what you understand. Don't just run and say, I'm gonna try pick stocks. Otherwise, you're going to invest in a exchange traded fund that gives you exposure to the broad market. Just buy everything. It's called an S&P 500 fund.
ETF or whatever.
So you want a Vanguard S&P 500 ETF. You probably want more than just S&P 500 now, because we have some crazy companies valuation there, and they're going to invest consistently. That's the biggest problem. Most people don't go consistent. They just put it in one time and expect it to pop. You should do what's called dollar cost averaging. 12 months. I'm going to put the same $1,000 in there every single month and set it on auto pay. I just go in and just buy the ETF every month for 12 months. And that way it smooths out the price that I bought at. And I do that for the next 20 years. And you're frightened how much that turned into.
What is the, because
But invest in yourself as well.
You have to invest in, to me, I think
That's your best investment.
First.
invest in yourself before you even buy the house and go rent them. Invest in yourself, get smarter, whatever it is, but invest in yourself, get smarter, increase your income. It's not just, I hate when people say, oh, you must live within your means. If you earn 100,000, only spend 70 and keep the 30. I said you can live within your means while increasing your means.
Yeah.
Guys, nothing wrong with making more money. The more I make, the more I can give away. That's all. But let me make more money then. And investing in yourself allows you to go under that. And you have done that. The fact that even you have a podcast, you did a studio, and you didn't start as a comedian, right? We not see you as actor.
No, I kind of start as actor, but me start as comedian,
Oh,
and then
and
me get
then
the
when-
acting
look at
role,
that.
and then me come to America.
Oh, so it's an Eddie Murphy vibe you were going on?
Me all of them in a one.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, but the reason why I say that is some of the times you mention who you hear the word from.
Yeah.
Very important, because I've sat and listened to people, especially big people, and listen to adults give terrible advice and give it not from a point of they don't mean you bad. They do, but me hear terrible. Like, what would you consider, like, what is the worst advice you think somebody can give that everybody considers as gospel?
Own your house.
Run to buy a house.
You must own your own house. I think it's the worst advice, right? Investing is deeply personal. Not everybody want to own a house. Not everybody need to own a house. Suppose I want the flexibility of moving up and down.
I call it I think flexibility is a new wealth.
I don't own a house. I've invested in real estate
Yeah.
and I've sold the properties. I don't own my primary residence. I don't own it. I'm not rushing to own it. I want me to pick up and move when I want to go somewhere.
1 year at a time.
I love it enough. So last year, right? We in Florida last year, the AC broke. I'm gonna just message the landlord and say, "Hey,
It's your
AC
problem.
popped down, you know. We got in a hotel while they get that fixed." And the man come back, and I remember when he told me, "Man, David being a landlord is so..." Because he knows I'm in the investing world, and he can't believe I don't own a house. He's seen me on Bloomberg TV. I'm saying, I don't understand why somebody like you don't own a house and you're renting from me instead. And my house, the one I have, he put solar on mine. He doesn't have solar. So my light bill in Florida is $80 a month. And this man a struggle. And him say, man, it's so hard being a landlord. You know how much it costs to replace the AC a while ago? $4,400 one shot. And I say, I know. That's why I don't own a house. And if the fridge stop working, the dishwasher, stove, is you I call and you have to fix it.
By law.
By law, you have to fix it, and I can pick up and go somewhere else anyway. So, God go with you.
So how does adapting affect like you? Because I feel like the notion of the concept of owning a house has been around forever, and I feel like sometimes then we say people stuck in them ways.
Yeah.
Because I think things just way more different now. So in like your field with your investing, especially with the company, how you position yourself to change that,
right,
to pivot in case something, because this social media space, this intellectual property space is fairly new.
Yes, it is.
So intellectual property has always been there,
right,
but that has been the world of like movies and stuff like that.
To be on TV and so on.
Exactly.
No, anybody can do it.
Anybody.
It has been democratized. So in our case, I had to pick a role model. Warren Buffett would say that, show me your heroes and I will be able to predict how you're going to turn out.
Yeah.
So I picked Richard Branson as my role model, my business.
Oh, that's the Virgin Islands guy?
Yeah, man. That's Virgin everything. So this is finished Fifth Form, 1996. 15 years old. Mom and dad asked me, what do you want to be when you grow up? I said, oh, that's easy. I want to be a positive role model for young people around the world, especially young males in Jamaica. And dad said, oh my gosh, that's not the answer we expected.
Like a politician. So like a politician.
Dad was at UE, he taught for 37 years. He was election. He said, man, that was not the answer we expected, but we raised you. That means you have a plan. What's the plan?